September of last year.
Yes.
How's the release been going for you? Has it gotten really good success?
We've been grateful.
Good.
Got to go to Japan again and had one more time there. Did a smaller tour last year, at the end of last year, and then we get to do the whole shebang this time with lights and confetti and everything. So yeah, wrapped it up.
And it was your first self-produced album, correct?
Yeah, we've been pretty controlling overall recording process. And this is the first time we realized that we'd be much happier and healthier to just not work with a producer. And it was by far, the smartest decision we had made.
How would you describe the sound of your new album? Where'd you guys get your inspiration?
I like describing it, at least in comparison to the other albums, as more fun.
More fun?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, in that, if there was something we got excited about, we just ran with that. And so it was louder, there's more guitars. That's one thing about being a drummer that's fun self-producing is that there's no one to tell you that you can't do as many fills as you want in a song, right? So it's full of fills.
Good.
Fills are fun. You can tell the drummer did some editing in there.
Hey, it's fine.
I'll do another one.
Why not?
And we tried.
What's your favorite song to perform? Because I know all the audiences have their favorite, but sometimes kind of art differs with the artist.
Do you have the number one favorite? Does it change?
It usually does change. Lately, it's probably been One More. I really have a lot of fun with that song.
Yeah, that one.
That's a feel-good jam.
That one has been really good.
I really enjoyed that one. Britannia.
Yeah, I think so.
Cavalry's a lot.
But yeah, it does change from night to night.
Mm-hmm.
The confetti, we got this B stage. Paul goes out into the middle of the crowd, launch confetti over everybody. And last night, we've been doing it night after night, and we realized that there's the same cleanup fee they charge you, no matter how much confetti you put in the room. So we're realizing we'll just more snow.
Bring it on.
And then there's this deep guilt that sets in as you're leaving the venue, and there's the people sweeping up your mess that you made. Just I try not to walk past that now because it's just deeply sorry.
Yeah. What's your favorite place to perform a show? Like, or are they all kind of similar? Like, do you get different vibes from different audiences around the country or even around the world?
Well, we've certainly enjoyed going to Japan the past few years. We've had that opportunity, which has been wonderful. And it's a very unique audience, wonderful place to play. We've gone in since 2008, quite a few times.
6 times. And they just give you so many gifts. Handmade gifts.
Wow.
Mutemath Kit Kat bars. They made they made these clay cakes. You can't actually eat it. It's just this cake with cartoon cat Mutemath characters meticulously designed, and all kinds of gifts and stuff. And they don't believe in recording the show. I actually got a fan letter from a fan in Tokyo that went into detail about how, for whatever reason, they said we don't use cameras, we don't film the show, we don't take pictures of the show because we want to be in it. We want to be a part of the show. And I think there's something really inspiring about that. They're not going to want to miss anything for the sake of trying to capture it. But there's this other weird thing. We've been marching from the back of the auditorium, like from the front doors onto the stage. And in America, whenever we would do that, the crowd would make a nice alleyway and they would cheer and get excited. In Japan, they will make the alleyway initially, but then once you're in it, they get so excited and worked up that they just close it.
Oh my gosh.
They just close it in on you, and they're hugging you, and they're like, and you're like, I'm sorry.
You gotta perform now. Yeah.
They're adorable. Yeah.
That's amazing you guys have had that opportunity to go to Japan.
I know.
Is it your only place you've been abroad, or?
No, we've been to Europe a bit. We get to go to Australia in May for 3 weeks.
Oh, how fun.
And we've been to South America once. We went and played Colombia.
Oh, wow.
That was cool. I loved that.
Oh, I'm sure. That's a completely different experience as well, I'm sure. What's your favorite thing about touring?
For me, it's everything. Like, this is it for me. This is as good as it gets. I love it. But there's lots of snacks always around. The availability of snacks is a good thing with the rider and whatnot, backstage. But it's getting to play the show. It's getting to play a show with these guys I've known for so long. These songs that we wrote, these people who paid to see it. That's ridiculous.
I know you guys are featured on the Twilight soundtrack, so I must ask, Edward or Jacob? Right? Same way. Not a big Twilight fan.
I took my mom to see the movie, the first Twilight film. I went to see it with her, and her critique of the whole phenomenon was interesting. You know, I was excited when our song came on, and afterwards my mom goes, "Well, I thought the girl was not a very good actress, but that boy, the vampire, he was very good. He was very good actor. Great job."
Oh.
I suppose you're not going to let me get by with that, but I have to answer your question.
But yeah, you know, we're both vampires.
Here's the thing. Do I understand the plot correctly? I only saw the first movie, and I've only everything's hearsay. Okay, this is how I understand the plot goes in Twilight. The vampire turns Bella into a vampire. Edward turns Bella into a vampire. They have a vampire baby.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Jacob, who had a crush on Bella, instantly claims the baby.
So it's something weird like that.
It's perverted.
Yes, I agree.
That's
it's a little
so
weird.
that's jacked up.
You know, I'm not a fan
think about that.
myself.
Like I used to have the hots for you, but I'm gonna take your daughter instead.
It's a little weird.
When it's an infant too, to just assume that would be there. So I'm gonna at least Edward. But even if Edward's okay with that, then
so weird. Yeah.
then he pisses me off too. I don't like that. I don't know. But I'm gonna say not the werewolf because that's gross.